Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. I believe this is the last playoff prediction game I'll be making. Then tomorrow, I'll be making bowl game predictions. Boise State will take on Penn State in the Fiesta Bowl. Both really good football teams, both winning football teams. Both really good at running the football. I think Boise State's better at running the football. And they both have lost to Oregon. Well, in fact, right now I'm scratching my arm. I apologize if my camera looks bad. Right now I'm talking kind of quietly because it's a little late and I'm actually going to go to sleep right after I make the video. I've tried. I've really tried to think of a scenario for Boise State to win. Now, I can think of a lot of reasons why Penn State won't win this big game because it's a big game. James Franklin has a problem with winning big games in his career. You look at his track record, he's had a problem with doing that. He can't beat Ohio State. He can't beat Michigan when Michigan's really good. He can't win the Big Ten. He couldn't beat Oregon. And he's hurt himself in a lot of big games. Look at the Peach Bowl last year with Ole Miss. He kind of embarrassed himself. And I will admit, even though, yes, he lost to Oregon, and yes, he had a problem stopping the run against Oregon. That was Oregon. Okay? No disrespect to Boise State, but they're not Oregon. And I'm willing to bet $1 that Oregon did not play their best football when they played Boise State. And I know Boise State looks so good right now because they destroyed everybody. Actually, check that. They have not. Look at their Wyoming game. They have not destroyed everybody that they've played. They've beaten everybody else they played besides Oregon. So it looks good on their resume just like anybody else who loses to Oregon. Okay? The problem is Boise State is way too one-dimensional. They run the football. They depend on Genty. While I understand Penn State's run defense has been questionable, Ohio State ran the football right at them with a backup offensive line. Oregon ran the football right at them. But Boise State is not either one of those teams. They are not on any of those teams' level. And that's a fact. So while I would love to see the story of the underdog overcome all the odds, the 10.5-point underdogs pull off a big win for them, and I agree Penn State is not the best team in the country or anything like that. I don't see that happening. I have to be realistic. I think Penn State's run defense might struggle a little bit, but I think the quality of athletes. And here's the thing. I trust Penn State's quarterback to not throw this game way more than I do Boise State's quarterback. And while Genty's good, he is not going to run through Penn State like that. Penn State's got some really good athletes. They got some serious athletes. And I know they kind of ran through Oregon too. Well, guess what? Again, I guarantee Oregon did not give them their best game. Like, they didn't play their best game. Sorry. Called planning ahead. It was obvious that Oregon did not play their best game. They went out and beat Ohio State. They went out and went undefeated. Won the Big Ten. Beat Penn State too. And while I do think it is possible, because anything is possible in college football, I don't see Boise State getting this done. I believe their dependency on Genty will be their undoing. I think Penn State's defense will hold him in check really well. It'll force Boise State to have to win by throwing the football. That won't work out. Penn State's defense is very turnover hungry. And even though their offense isn't great, I think Penn State's offense will be too much for Boise State's defense to handle. So give me Penn State. It gets ugly.